Hi, I'm Jerry Shelton, and welcome to my presentation of the organizational learning model I developed for this assignment. What is the purpose of an organizational learning, or OL, model? I base my model on a synthesis of foundational and contemporary concepts learned during this course. While no one model can perfectly capture the nuances of every organization, my model strives to conceptualize a framework for learning organizations, incorporate assumptions about OL, identify and map interrelated facets of OL, measure OL for effectiveness, and feedback and feed forward to stimulate the development of a continuous improvement process that helps the organization improve and celebrate success. Understanding OL theories, models, and concepts is critical in the study of organizational leadership and learning. My research synthesized and integrated foundational and contemporary OL concepts based on the works of eminent scholars in the field of OL. However, a critical view of these concepts led me to conclude that not one theory or model alone adequately represented my understanding of OL, at least not according to how I would apply OL theory in my organization. I needed a model that would bridge the gap between theory and application. Therefore, developing my own descriptive OL model was a derivative fusion of the following four factors. Feil and Lyles define context as characteristics of the organization and its environment, which determines to a great extent the likelihood that organizational learning will take root and be productive. Graham and Nfuko highlighted the importance of organizational learning mechanisms, or OLMs, that model the openness, risk-taking, and reflection necessary for learning. OLMs also communicate a compelling vision of the learning organization and provide the empathy, support, and personal advocacy needed to lead others in that direction. Garvin highlights OL practices in a comprehensive definition of learning organizations as those skilled at creating, acquiring, and transferring knowledge, and at modifying its behavior to reflect new knowledge and insights. And finally, Crossan, Lane, and White's 4 I's that address an ever-changing environment that challenges organizations to manage the tension between the embedded institutionalized learning from the past and the new learning that must be allowed to feed forward through the process of intuiting, interpreting, and integrating. My model combines the 4 preceding theories into what I call the OL Quad model. At the center of the OL Quad model is a representation of the members of the organization seated at a round table, suggestive of the participation and collaboration required by its members. The first factor is context, which is further broken down into the factors that affect the probability that learning will occur. These are a corporate culture conducive to learning, strategy that allows flexibility, an organizational structure that allows both innovativeness and new insights, and the environment. The second factor is made up of OLMs, which consists of leadership, evaluative inquiry, teams, and rewards. The leadership OLM builds character and structure and promotes evaluative inquiry, encouraging employees to question the status quo for the greater good of the enterprise. The third factor consists of OL practices that suggest learning organizations are skilled at 5 main activities: systematic problem solving, experimentation with new approaches, learning from their own experience and past history, learning from the experiences of others, and transferring knowledge quickly and efficiently throughout the organization. The fourth factor of the OL Quad model is made up of the 4 I's: intuiting, interpreting, integrating, and institutionalizing. These 4 learning processes operate over 3 levels: individual, group, and organizational. Because the processes naturally flow from one into another, it's difficult to define precisely where one ends and the next begins. For example, intuiting can happen at the individual level, but not at the group or organizational level. Similarly, individuals can interpret, but they cannot institutionalize. Surrounding the core of the model is the cyclical progression of feedback and feed-forward cycle, emblematic of the tension of a dynamic process. Not only does learning occur over time and across levels, but it also creates a tension between assimilating new learning by feeding forward and exploiting or using what has already been learned as feedback. In the same way that no one model adequately addressed my understanding or my organization's needs, my OL Quad model will assuredly fall short in context of applicability to another organization. However, given that the model is grounded in the literature, it can be adapted to address the needs of any organization. It is also simple enough to show how each of the factors interact. Let's review those factors and their major components. First, there are the contextual factors, which include corporate culture conducive to learning, a strategy that allows flexibility, organizational structure that allows both innovativeness and new insights, and the environment. The second factor are the OLMs, which include leadership, evaluative inquiry, teams, and rewards. The third area includes the OL practices, which include systematic problem solving, experimentation with new approaches, learning from their own experience and past history, learning from the experiences of others, and transferring knowledge quickly and efficiently throughout the organization. The fourth and final factor in this model includes the 4 I's: intuiting, interpreting, integrating, and institutionalizing. This concludes my presentation of the OL Quad model and a review of the theories and assumptions that guided its development. My hope is that it clarifies the framework of a learning organization and leads to promoting a learning culture in my organization, and perhaps it can help you conceptualize learning in your organization. I'll leave you with the following guiding questions. Please choose one of those and respond in the discussion board. How do individual and group experiences help to develop shared understanding? If your organization is not a learning one, what's preventing it from becoming one? What do you think is the leader's role in promoting organizational learning? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the discussion board.